Schmack, oh my God, my friends, the great Joseph Manella, my buddy. He wanted me to put, oh my God, Kiss, the first Kiss album versus Def Leppard. On Through the Night, the first Def Leppard album. Both awesome. If you were to ask me, if you were to ask me in 1980, I would have picked Def Leppard over the first Kiss album. Because in the year of 1980, my favorite year of music, Def Leppard was my favorite album that year. It's not now. Like, I like the First Maiden. First Maiden is my favorite album of 1980. But I like British Steel more than On Through the Night. I like Strong Arm of the Law. I wouldn't say... I say that's better than Wheels of Steel. That's right. I said it. But not better than Back in Black or Women and Children First, or there's the First Angel Witch. There's many, but now that's my favorite Kiss album, and I know I've done it I try to do this every time I talk about that first Kiss album, and I'm gonna do it again now. For you all that are sick of me bringing this up, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You got to understand. John Haynes, that's his name. John Haynes. He sent me the original first pressing of the first Kiss album without Kissin' Time. Now, I didn't discuss this before in the video. And by the way, I'm barefoot. There's a guy out there that left a comment saying, put on some shoes. I'm home. I don't have to put on my shoes. You don't tell me what to do while I'm at my house. If I'm at your house, I may put on my shoes. I will walk in barefoot with mud on the bottom of my shoes in your house. But yeah, since it is your house, I'll put on. But for now, it's in my house. And check it out, I'm barefoot. But here's the thing I'll say about this I haven't said before. So John Haynes, he sent me this, coolest guy ever. I always give him a shout out, right? I never played it. He sent it to me. It's such a relic. It's 51 years old now. I never ever played it. And like a couple months ago, I played it. I just played it. I couldn't believe the condition the vinyl was in. I heard no crackles, no pops, nothing. It's in pristine condition. The album cover is a little torn up. I mean, not torn up, but it's got some wear and tear on it. But man, the person who owned this vinyl, I don't think they ever played it. I don't think they ever played it, not even once. I mean, it's in pristine condition. It's the weirdest thing. I didn't hear one crackle or pop on it. And yes, it doesn't have Kissin' Time. Side 2 starts with Deuce. Anyway, John Haynes, man. I will always mention him when I have to bring up that first Kiss album. Because he rules, and thank you so much, brother. And I'm even more shocked now with how good it sounds. Shocking. All right, so let's do this. Okay, Strutter versus Rock Brigade. In 1980, I would have said Rock Brigade. Today, I wouldn't say that, man. Strutter all the way. I love Strutter. Wins. All right, next. Nothing to Lose versus Hello America. Easily Kiss. Nothing to Lose. Hello America. I'm not that big. It's my least favorite song on the album. I love Nothing to Lose. Next. Firehouse versus Sorrow is a Woman. I'm going with Def Leppard on that one. I think it's a beautiful ballad. It's probably one of their best ballads. Better than fucking Love Bites, that's for damn sure. That Sorrow is a Woman should have been a #1 single, god damn it. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Firehouse, though Ace Frehley's solo is the best part of that song. But Sorrow is a Woman, it's beautiful, and I love that dual guitar. Steve Clark and Pete Wills going off. Def Leppard does not have either of those members anymore. That's why they suck. Anyway, yeah, Sorry the Woman wins. This one hurt the most. Cold Gin versus It Could Be You. You don't understand, man. It Could Be You? Probably my favorite on the album. Probably my favorite on the album. I'd have to think about that. that are wasted. Cold Gin wins. It's beyond classic. I gotta give it a Cold Gin. It hurts though, because I would love to give it It Can't Be You, because it's the underdog and it's a badass song. But I can't lie to myself. I gotta go with Cold Gin. Alright, next. Let Me Know versus Satellite. This one was a tough one too. You know? I'm gonna go with Satellite on that one. Me and you, rendezvous. We got to take a chance. I love the hell out of that song. I love Let Me Know too, but I gotta go with that one. Alright, so now it's time to pick a random album. By the way, this version is gonna contain Kissing Time, and I can't put Overture against nothing. But anyway, see, if it was the other way around, I can put, because Def Leppard does have a bonus track, which is one of the best songs they record, called Good Morning Freedom. But Kiss doesn't have no bonus track, so it only goes up to Answer to the Master, so no Overture. So now, oh yeah, we're going to pick a random album right here. This episode being brought to you by Joseph Manella, and yeah, you know, I love this album. You know what? This may be my favorite Keel album. The first one, it was on Shrapnel. Then they got to MCA and Gene Simmons. And, you know, Keel and all their fans would probably say the later albums were better. I think this is their best album. Fucking Lay Down the Law. I love Metal Generation rules. Tonight Your Mind rules. I interviewed Ron Keel, and I brought up how Tonight Your Mind is like my favorite. And he said, yeah, we re-recorded it with Gene, and we renamed it You're the Victim on the Crime. And I was like, yeah, I know. This one's better. But yeah, Thunder and Lightning's awesome. Speed Demon. Again, I like Speed Demon on here way more than the Right to Rock version. I love Princes of Illusion. It's a little ballad. Born Ready, cool metal. But yeah, I love it. Lay Down the Law. I should play this. It's been a while. Even though I know that album is full of snap, crackles, and pops. Alright. Kissin' Time versus When the Walls Came Tumbling Down. I'm going with Def Leppard. I got that live album. Can I show you guys it? It's called... Here it is. This is amazing right here. This album's called When the Walls Came Tumbling Down. It is live in New Theatre, Oxford, April 26, 1980. This is a killer double live album. Unbelievable. I believe this was a Record Store Day exclusive. And it's... Leave this out. We're going to play this. That one has no snap, crackles, or pops, because I bought it brand new. Alright, yeah, When the Walls Came Tumbling Down. I love that song. Next. Look at this one. Deuce versus Wasted. Now, you know, before I was like, it could be used my favorite, but it loses. Well, maybe it's Wasted. Wasted's my favorite. And it loses again. I'm going with Deuce. I love Wasted, though. Don't get it twisted. Let's cut the deck. Deuce, man. One of the greatest Kiss songs ever. Ace's favorite Kiss song. Yeah, Deuce wins. All right, next. Love Theme from Kiss versus Rocks Off. Be honest with you, I'm not a fan of Rocks Off. I do like it more on the EP, Def Leppard EP, and also that New Wave of British Heavy Metal CD that came out with the compilation. I didn't really like much this version. Excuse me. On Through the Night. I didn't like it much. But it wins because, you know, fuck Love Theme from Kiss. How about Love Theme of These Nuts? I hate that song. I like Acrobat. You know, and that's the worst part of Acrobat, if you ask me. I don't like the song. So yeah, definitely giving that to Rocks Off. The song that I don't like much either. Alright, next. 100,000 Years versus It Don't Matter. It don't matter. It don't matter to me. Oh my God, I love that song. 100,000 Years I love more though, man. I gotta go with 100,000 Years. Alright, now this is another tough one, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I do not believe Black Diamond has ever lost on a track-by-track album battle. Ever. Ever. A lot of times, 100,000 Years and Black Diamond win. But there's sometimes I remember 100,000 Years not winning, but not very often. Black Diamond never loses. Answer to the Master, man, that solo in the middle section, unbelievable. What a song. I love Answer to the Master. But Black Diamond's undefeated. I gotta give it to Black Diamond. Alright, so Joseph, this here's the final score. And there you go. Good matchup. 6-4. What do you all think out there? If you were to put these albums against each other, leave it in the comments below. And thank you again, Joseph. And everybody out there, thanks for watching. If you like to donate, I got a PayPal in the description below. And please subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and ring that little notification bell. And like the video. It's good for the YouTube algorithms. So stay frosty. Listen to Saxon, Princess of the Night, and smack 'em a gob.